It's Andrea, your geeky girl, and it's Stara, your other geeky girl. And let me tell you all. Hopefully, everybody can find us back here because this has been a challenge to say the least. I'm extremely annoyed right now, but I'm going to just work my way through this because we're here. We're here. Look at Star. She's all dressed up for you. I came as promised in my new headband, and we're going to just try to work through this, but I need to take a deep breath. While I'm taking a deep breath, if you are not subscribed to Geeky Girls Journal, please subscribe right now. Hit that like button and share this link out with a couple friends. Let them join the Vlogmas celebration. So, Star, how are you doing right now? How are you doing today? Let's just start there.
I feel like everybody can see my boogies.
You don't
Like
have any boogies. I don't see anything. I
good.
see I see absolutely nothing in your nose. So
And at any rate, um, yeah, that part.
that part. Ugh, I'm I'm almost at loss for words, but the show must go on. So if you're here, thank you for tuning in.
A good Christmas time, and we not able to do this.
Yes, we're gonna have a good Christmas time. Hey, Tamika, you know what? It happens. I know any other creators, anybody who's ever done anything with technology can understand the technical difficulties, and we've had I've had some terrible
Like
difficulty tonight.
we're gonna have to rebuke this technical difficulty demon.
In the name of Jesus, we're gonna have to rebuke it because it keeps happening. And
Uh,
so it's 6:21, you all. Thank you for joining us, Tamika, and whoever else is out there in Geeky Girls Journal Land. Thank you so much for coming in. As promised, look, we came. We're here. So look at Star. Who likes her outfit today? The cat in the hat. And what does your sweater say?
I do naughty nicely.
I do naughty nicely.
Have technical difficulties, you would have been able to read it in the right direction because now the camera's turned around. I don't know what's going on.
We have no idea what's happening here. I mean, it's a whole lot of switcheroos. In fact, I got canceled out of my own live. Like we were there and trying to get everything set up, trying to no it was there was no sound. We were playing around with the cameras, the laptops, the cell phones, and this is what we've come up with. But in the meantime, before this happened, it just completely booted me out of the live. So if you all don't see one, that's why we had to start another one. So I'll just go back and change everything after this, and hopefully, people will see it and will come in and we're gonna go start. But I have to say, I like your face. The,
Oh, thank you. This is a last minute doodad. However, since we were doing all this technical difficulty stuff, this is so weird. Anyway, um, what are we talking about today?
I know. I almost forgot. I had to. I got. I had. Does Christmas Does Christmas bring out the best or the worst in you? That's what we're talking about today.
Is I didn't know. Okay, I'm ready.
Yeah, the Christmas bring out the best or the worst in you. So you
It
know,
depends what you've had to drink. I'm just saying.
it depends on how much you have to drink. Okay, well, and what if you haven't? Well, because
Still evil. Still evil without the spirits. But we ain't gonna talk about them. This is what we gonna talk about today. We gonna be happy. You see my hat? Yeah, that part. We gonna be happy today. Okay?
yes, we're gonna be happy. We're gonna be happy today. Can let me ask the audience a question, Tamika, if you can hear me or whoever the number two is. Did you all come in on the homepage? Because I don't see it on Geeky Girls Journal. I don't see this video, this live showing up on my page at all. So I'm just curious as to how everybody's coming in. Hey, Kenneth, thank you for coming back in. I'm back. What are we talking about? Kenneth, we are talking about, does Christmas bring out the best or the worst in you? And Kenneth, let me know how you came in because I'm trying to talk and trying to resolve some technical issues while we're in the middle of this. So Let me know how you came in, Tamika and Kenneth, if you don't mind. But yeah, Star. So Star said, if you have a little something, you might have a great Christmas. It depends.
I mean, it depends on the person. Sometimes, well, let Christmas should bring out the best in us all. It should, because of what it's about and what it represents and what we're celebrating. And this is a joyous time of year because we're celebrating the birth of Christ, our Savior. And I mean, even if you're not a believer, you still should not be grumpy. I mean, Santa Claus, and that's Santa Claus was a real person, in case you did not know that. He wasn't doing all that riding down chimneys and, flying sky with reindeer. The story was embellished over the years, but he really was a real person.
Okay. Can you give us any history, like the backstory on that? Would you mind doing that?
Loosely speaking, he was a toy maker and he made toys for the kids in his town and he distributed them. And that's a whole thing that comes from Santa. I mean, you can look it up. But over the years, the story got embellished a great deal to the point where he flying through the sky, reindeer, and he sliding down the chimney and he touching his nose, and
So, so basically, Santa Claus was doing a lot. Like he
it,
wasn't.
godlike powers because he see you when you're sleeping, he know when you're awake. Don't nobody know that but God. But he
Right.
know good, and no, the original Santa Claus was just a man who was a toy maker, and he made toys for kids in his community, in his local town. Don't get me the line because I don't remember if he was Dutch or whatever the case may be. It started somewhere in Europe. I read it a long time ago because I'm a geeky girl and my nose in a book. Speaking of nose, y'all like
Yeah,
my nose?
yeah. You don't like Star's costume? She came ready. I knew she was gonna come and outdo me because I told you I had another headband last week, but I was looking for red lipstick and all this other stuff, and I couldn't find anything. So I'm stuck with the old, chapstick as usual.
Oh, crusty lips.
Yeah, that's
Wait a minute.
yeah. At
I'm
least they not ashy.
glasses. If I'm, oh, you ashy? Don't have the Malik Yoba lips,
No,
please.
at least they're not. I put some Carmex on. So
Okay, I beg you.
oh, okay, let's see what Kenneth said. Kenneth said I came in when you had technical difficulties. Went out for a while,
He
then came
you.
back in.
He seen you.
Yeah, you did, Kenneth. You saw me. Man, Kenneth, I don't even want to tell you what I was doing behind the scenes. I almost felt like
Yeah, it's
screaming.
quite dicey.
Am I dicey?
No, I mean the whole thing is. I don't know what people see. I'm not sure. No, they must be seeing my phone image
Yeah,
because
it,
I'm in phone and I got I'm in. I'm not in on my computer, but the only
yeah.
way I don't know. It's
We both have the same thing happening right now, and it looks very weird, like it's a distraction. Because I have my cell phone and my laptop on, but I have my laptop video off, and you have your laptop and your cell phone, but I don't have you pulled up on the laptop on the panel. You're just on your cell phone. So I don't know. We're just trying to.
that thing. Um, However, the show must go on.
The show must go on. So you all tell us in the chat. How does Christmas this time of year make you feel? Does it bring out the happy side, the festive side, or are you a little bit down in the dumps? Because I understand the thing called seasonal depression. Is there such a thing called holiday depression? Probably so.
So
Um,
people get depressed over the holiday because they start getting all up in their head and thinking about what they ain't got and what they had and all this. But here we go again. The scripture said, I will bless the Lord at all times and his praise. continuously be in my mouth. So, yeah, we need to be happy.
So there we have it. You gotta, I will bless the Lord at all times. Like, even when you're feeling, when you're feeling some kind of way, because I gotta be honest with you all, I'm feeling some kind of way right now. I'm just trying to bring myself back because I really want to be in this moment with you all. I was feeling some kind of way before this
I'm
moment.
feeling, I feel like people can see up my nostrils.
You feel like people can see up your nostrils, and I feel like I'm so sick and tired of these technical issues. So it's okay to have a moment. It's okay to have a moment, and you know, what do you do? So also, during this time of year, we'll talk. I'll talk about the negative side for some people first because I was trying to think of some. I'm like,
How do you feel during this time of year?
who
I
me?
mean, yeah.
Oh, I love this time of year. I feel great. I feel festive. I've been listening to the Christmas playlist, and people here have. Hey, Jay, thank you for joining. Just want to say that I like to share. Thank you, Jay. Um, yeah, I love Christmas. I like the whole celebration. I like all the decorations. I was driving down in my downtown area earlier with my kids, and it's so lit up. It's been like that since right after Thanksgiving. To be honest with you, they started decorating it.
Camera so y'all can see my neighbors like that go along with a whole video and music, and people come and they park in front of our house and his house and the neighbor's house, and they listen to it. It's a 12-minute show.
Hey,
Maybe I'll do that at the end of the show. I'll take my phone out so the festive activity that's going on across the street.
yeah. Yeah, show us because I'm telling you, we were riding down the street, the girls and I was just like, oh, it's so pretty. It's just so pretty. I love all the lights. And the only thing is this year, like every year since we've been in this area, they have like four light shows. And all of them are nice, but it's this one that's like a major. I mean, it's really, really good. Really, really good. Like to the point where we would get Chick-fil-A and go sit out in our sit in the SUV and just sit there for like an hour watching this light show and eat food. And then when the
Chick-fil-A.
girl, yeah, Chick-fil-A with Chick-fil-A and lights. And so this year they're not doing it. So I'm like, man, we have to try to find one more spot because we're hitting all of them.
This is my first year in this spot. So, and my neighbor, he going in. But I guess, I went in for Halloween, so payback. Anyway, Kenneth had said um, Christmas was painful for them because they no longer have a mom. And I can understand the sadness and the nostalgia. Because my mom is still here, but she's very old and feeble. And, well, her time is winding down. And when I think about it, that kind of makes me sad. In fact, that's where I was last Sunday when y'all seen me without my studio background. I was with my mom, helping to take care of her. And I had such a good time. I was playing her favorite Christmas music, and when I was changing her and stuff like that. And I have not lost my mom yet, but I know the time is probably drawing near. So I'm not gonna tell you, Kenneth, that your feelings aren't valid. I can't say that. What I can say is, um, I when I think about my dads and they're not with us anymore, um, I like to think about the stuff that made me smile. And the fact that you even had a mom that you miss and you love and is a blessing. I know it sounds retarded, but it really is. My daddy used to say, "You were blessed to," he would always, we're like, we hungry. You blessed to be hungry. How is being hungry a blessing? But
Right? a blessing. What did he mean by that? Maybe he meant because you're still alive.
Yeah. Because if you're hungry, then that means you're still alive and I mean, it was just anything. It was like, you blessed to be, you know. So I'm saying all that to say, chin up, Kenneth and family, you know, with her maker and probably a whole lot happier than we are here on this hellish earth. And we just grateful that she was a part of your lives. And that's the way I'm going to try to view the situation. That's what the way I've been viewing it with my late fathers. And I'm going to try my best to continue that trend with my mom whenever her time comes. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. Yes. So that was one of the next. Thanks for sharing that. Who, that was a little heavy, but Kenneth, I hope you got something out of that. That was heartfelt. I could tell. And I haven't lost my parents, and I'm not ready to have that happen. So, I pray that I have them with me as long as God allows. But my heart goes out to you, Kenneth. It really does, because that's difficult. And Star knows she's had a parent that she lost a parent as well. So
Two parents.
yeah, two. That's right, two parents. That's right. So she can definitely.
Yeah.
She's the right person to have this conversation with you. I've lost grandparents, not parents. So I'm just glad that she's here to be able to um, share in the way that she shared that information with you tonight, and to she has compassion, and she's able to share something with you that I can attest to. So
In spite of
anyway,
I am compassionate.
very compassionate. So, um, moving right along. So that's one thing. Kenneth and Star talked about that. If you have the loss of family members, loved ones, friends, family, that can be really daunting during the Christmas holiday, especially if you have memories. But you have good memories. You have good memories too. So try to think about the good things. Remember their smile, remember the way they laughed, remember the way they decorated, cooked. I mean, whatever it is that they did, to help you just to remember those good times, because you have those good times. And unfortunately, they are not with you here to celebrate, but you had the memories. You have the memories. So I was thinking about this earlier, Star, another, because I was like, what is something negative about Christmas? Because I'm telling you, I'm so like during the Christmas season, so like, woo, it's Christmas. And like I said, the decorations, the lights get me.
Let me tell you something. One year,
I tell you something.
Black Friday, and I'll never do it again.
What's that?
Black Friday. That much. It
Oh,
was freaking much.
tell us about your experience. Did you go while, because remember back then, Black Friday is different now.
Yeah, I went back in the day and I was in Jersey. And I only went because I wanted to get a digital camera.
Uh-huh.
And I was going on vacation somewhere and I wanted to get a digital camera. So I decided that I was going to do Black Friday in Jersey because that's where I was at the time. I've been to Black Friday since. Like it I could not believe how people were, I literally, it was so many people and I literally just found a corner in the store and just stood to get out of people's way. I mean, they were running over each other and I mean, really?
I know you. Uh-oh. Yeah, my daughter was asking me about Black Friday. One of the girls, at least, were asking me about Black Friday last week, and I was telling them how Black Friday has changed and how it used to be when they would have like 20 large screen flat screen TVs, and people would just be in there just falling all on top of each other and doing all type of stuff, pitching tents.
Yes, pitching tents, snatching stuff. I mean, it's not that serious. I mean, is it really about that? It's not. If you think about the Christmas that means the most to you, I guarantee it'll probably be the one where You got to see somebody you hadn't seen in a very long time, or you got to time to spend with family. And I know my family plays games. In fact, when I was there visiting mom, we had game night.
I miss game night. Who else does that in the chat? Do you all do game night? We had to see. Let's get to that when we talk about the fun stuff.
Yeah,
Ah,
we did game night. It was hilarious. I almost peed my pants, which doesn't take everybody knows. When I laugh, that's what happens. So
a
it's a
little drizzle.
little dribble. Sometimes it be a little dribble, sometimes be a scream. It's just like I just need to, you can send me some you know, was for Christmas.
Some adult diapers. But
Some
yes,
but yeah,
that
we had game night.
that is so fun. I miss game night. Game night is so fun. And you all have to understand. Tell me if your family is like this. Like our family is loud, and we play game night. Well, when we're there, Star was just there, so that's why we're bringing it up. And it's a lot of fun. It's food. It's loud, and there are lots of games and movies at some point. So it's competitive too, right? Would you agree, Star?
Competitive.
Very
We're out for
everybody's out for blood, and it's you do what you got to do, and you win. we had. Let's see. Let me put this one up. That's
exactly. It
country.
doesn't matter. Sometimes my husband and I have game night, and it's hilarious. It's just hilarious.
Yeah, you can have game night with just your husband and your, or in Scott's case, hey Scott, his mom and his dad. It's just fun. I mean, I
It
don't think it matters. Whoever you can have game night with, have game night with them. It's just fun,
we
and it
are
was
we played Jenga, and I mean it was so intense. I mean it was just intense. It was
Jenga.
hilarious.
Jenga is fun.
Yeah.
Jenga is fun. Jenga is fun. Um, what was our other favorite star?
Oh, we played Speed Scrabble.
I
Uh,
know the Scrabble is the one now, but we used to play it all the time, and you can't say certain words. Oh my
oh,
goodness.
Taboo.
What's the name of it?
The Taboo.
Yes, this is one of my favorites. Taboo. Has anybody ever played Taboo before? I love Taboo. Oh, I love Taboo.
We like Life too. We used to play Life. Actually, I play Life with my husband sometimes, and he wasn't a game player. He was like, but ever since we dated, like that was part of my date. He's like, "You want to come over to?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And I would bring a game. It was dominoes. We played spades. We played strip poker. Oops, this is a children's show. Never and and I mean whatever. And I bought over the game of life, and we played that. We played Monopoly. We played Scrabble. We played. He never played games like this a lot, but he plays the game. So anyway, back to my quick story. So my stories are never, but never mind.
It's
We
okay.
went. We played this game, y'all. It's basically concentration, but it's like the religious version. Anyway, we call it. I guess they call it Saint Paul. You know that, Andre.
Yes,
When
St. Paul. Hmm.
when the rhythm on your lap and you got to do the yeah. Talking
And,
about laughing.
and did you all play This Is the What?
We didn't play This Is a What. Oh my gosh.
Have you all heard of This Is a What? Or is that just a family game that we made up? If anybody knows what This Is a What is, let us know in the chat. This is a what?
Played This Is a What. The intense game of the night was St. Peter, St. Paul. So there were about 9 of us, plus the 3 angels. So I was St. Paul, and your Aunt Jolita was St. John, and your mom was St. Peter.
Oh, St. Peter, St. Paul. And you all, that game really should not be, the St. Peter, St. Paul that she's speaking of probably shouldn't be competitive because it is a religious game. However,
It is. You're competing to get into heaven.
And
So
well, I guess that's the reason to compete.
yeah.
Got to
So
get you see.
Purnell got a chance to see that fiasco. That was funny.
That's a lot.
So yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So yeah, I didn't. That's a lot of fun. We're talking about the happy things for Christmas. So all those things are. I
And
didn't hear you.
no, I was just saying those things are happy. And
Yeah.
to having so many people. I was just saying this earlier when I was talking to my daughter-in-law. Um, how, Christmas probably like the hardest holiday for me, quote unquote, being away from my family. Cause I'm just used to people,
Yeah.
it,
It is.
you know, silliness, food, movies, game nights. Fish fries. We're just doing stuff, just
Yeah.
fun.
And also, it goes on for days. It's not like it's just Christmas. We
Yeah,
have
no,
the. It's like a pre-celebration. You all. Then it's Christmas Day. Then it's after. Then it's after. It's just until however long we want it to go. And also,
yes,
for those of you who didn't know, like I don't know what the snow will look like this year, but there was always sledding and it's just so much fun.
snow when we were there, and I'm sure we I kind of wanted some, but then at the same time I didn't because I was like, I'll never get my husband back here again in December if it snows like that. But to, I wanted him to be able to slide down, which is something that we Michiganders do.
Sliding down the hill is fun. Trying to come back up when you get older is a whole nother story.
And I probably would have made it down once or twice, but yeah, we do that. We get some truck tire inner tubes and we go rolling down the hill.
Yeah. We
It,
hmm hmm So yeah, so that's those. Did I freeze?
no, I see you.
Oh,
Um, and I made 2 batches of Rice Krispie treats with caramel.
that is trouble. You're asking for trouble.
Why I'm fluffy.
Well, I have no comment with that because I don't agree with that. But um, so what are some of the things that you all like to do? Because yeah, you
You know,
said something.
with the white Rice Krispie treats, or me being.
The rice, no, I like the Rice Krispie treats. I was just saying I don't have a comment about you you being fluffy.
I thought you wanted to put apples in your Rice Krispie treat.
Not this time, just the tuna, just the tuna. Um,
Your aunt said she puts apples in her tuna fish, and she said it's good. I was like, you and your niece are the only people I know to put apples in their tuna fish.
I
Cause
told y'all try it for. I'm telling you, try when you want a little snack and you don't feel like making a meal. You know, like some of you in the chat, just put that apple in a tuna. I'm telling you, you will not turn back to plain tuna.
up like I do, like the relish that's in. I'm trying to understand because that's the whole point in sweet pickles.
No, yeah, it just gives it another like, mm, that crunch from the apple and it's sweet. Oh, it tastes so good. I won't even
Mm.
eat tuna without an apple. I'm just gonna be honest. I won't even do it. If I don't have an apple to put in the tuna, I won't even eat it.
Or by it too. She said, "Hey, I put apples in my tuna fish," and I went, "Huh?"
See, it ain't just a me thing. So let me ask you something, Star. Because I think we were talking about this a couple weeks ago when we were trying to figure out the topic for tonight. So let's talk about gifts, like gift giving and things like that. Well, before we do that, let me pause and go back. So I also was trying. Remember, I said I was trying to think of one other thing, one reason why people wouldn't like the holidays, and I came up with something. So yeah, what was that? So the thing that I came up with was this time of year, unfortunately, for people who are unable to shop the way that they want to shop or buy gifts to give family and friends. That's and I asked Alexa about this, and what happens is it's um I-
You asked.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, packages. Did you say that?
No, you said you asked Alexa.
Oh yeah, I asked Alexa because I was like, Alexa, what else is there? And she said the same thing I thought. So she really wasn't helpful. Um, yeah, I thought she was gonna give me something else. Like, okay, Alexa, I got that one. But she was just saying how this time of year, people are stealing gifts and packages.
She asked. I'm sorry, that's funny to me.
Oh,
Anyway, um, and what did she say?
she didn't. She just said the same thing I just said. She was not helpful. She just said that during this time of year, some people are miserable because their gifts and packages are being stolen. That's the summary. And
Uh,
oh,
I don't think she quite understood your question.
she might not have.
I think that gift giving is overrated. Um, I like, and here's another thing. So, like, my husband's birthday is in December. And a lot of times, people that have birthdays in December, especially if they're close around the Christmas holiday, you know, they kind of get pushed on the back burner, which is not fair
Yeah,
at all.
well,
They do. A lot of times they'll go, well, this is your Christmas present and your birthday present. No, they need Christmas presents and birthday presents. And I'm sorry, you just got to buy twice.
I agree because we just celebrated the little one's birthday, and hers is not like right before Christmas, but it was a few days ago. So I always
Hmm.
say so we did the whole separate thing. I mean, I wasn't gonna be like, okay, you only get a certain amount for your birthday and a certain amount for Christmas or a shared gift because that is unfair. I agree. So I did the separate. It was so funny too because we have all these Christmas decorations and we had a mixture of Christmas decorations and Hello Kitty decorations. So it was just this whole Hello Kitty thing, and it was like, and she was so excited. But
But
you know,
acknowledged her birthday. You know what I mean? So, and my child's birthday is the 21st. So I've always consciously made sure that he had something completely separate. Oh,
you,
poor
aw,
dog.
I know. Happy belated birthday!
Yes, she just had a birthday.
Woo!
You know, she
Happy
turned
birthday!
35 again.
Yes, 35 is a wonderful age. Happy birthday to you. I won't sing the rest because people say I can't sing these days.
Oh
But happy
no.
birthday!
Anyway, so yeah, you need to do that. But back to gift giving. We were taught that for the fifth time, girl, me too. So, but we were taught that you're supposed to be thankful for whatever someone gives you.
Yes, no
And
complaint.
you know, slap in the face. Yeah, sometimes people just go out and they don't put any thought into your gift, but you still supposed to be, well, thank you. You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
somebody a fruit cake and you don't like cake, just say thank you with a
Thank you.
smile.
You just say thank you for the present. But you know what? Yeah. Because you do have to be appreciative because like you said, not everybody is thoughtful. I feel like I'm not that thoughtful. I'm more practical. I do try to be thoughtful, depending on who
You,
I'm giving a gift.
I dig deep.
Yeah. I try to be. I try to listen. I try to keep my ears to the street too, because
Yeah,
people will throw out hints
I
and
people gifts based on their personality, their character, and things that I know that they like, and sometimes things that I know that they want. Unfortunately, my heart is a lot bigger than my pockets, so I don't have the luxury of being able to. I so throw out his.
yeah,
That's right.
you throw out some hints, then you'll be closer to getting what you want. Because
I asked me what I wanted for Christmas the other day, and I was like, just listen, keep your ear to the ground. Then if he get me something crazy, I'm be like, thank you. That's not real. That's gonna
thank
be my
you.
But yeah, you gotta pay attention. And yeah, I try to dig deep, you know. Like if I was going to get Geeky Girl a Christmas gift, it would probably be something technical.
I'd love that. Yeah, and you know what? I, I have to speak on behalf of the people who don't give good gifts because what if you're trying to listen to that person and they're not really throwing out good hints? Like you're like, okay, well, you said you need some socks, but that's not a good gift. But I mean, maybe that person just wants some socks, but you said,
Socks. But you gotta read between the lines. And if somebody says they need some socks, say I said, well, Andrea, I need some socks. Now you know me. Would you go out and buy me regular, white and gray tube socks? What
no.
would you would go out and buy some colorful ankle footies with dingleberry balls on the back.
So it's got to be extra.
Nobody else would want to wear, but you would look at and say, "Oh, my aunt will think this is hilarious, and she will wear them." Yeah, exactly,
Oh,
mermaid.
see, yep, she got it. Mermaid song. Now, see me, and that's right, she would. Now, me, I can appreciate either because if you give me some plain white socks, I would be like, oh, thank you. I'm still gonna wear them because I just need something to keep my feet warm because I'm very cold all the
But
time.
you want that? Thank you. It's the mermaid.
Yes. See, that's somebody who listens right there. That's somebody who listens because they knew mermaid socks. You get 100 points for the win tonight. But also, you know what? Let me ask you a question, Black Mermaid, since you're the only person on the panel, and the audience can, hey, y'all chime in too. What do you do for people who say, because I'm one of these people, so I'm just going to ask this question. What do you do for people when you ask them, what do you want for Christmas, since we're talking about Christmas, and then they say, I don't know. They don't ever know what they want. Because my daughter has been asking me for like a while, and I'm like, I don't know. I really don't know what I want. Just give me something. I don't even care. Just give me whatever. I really don't know. I don't even know what to tell her to get.
You may not necessarily want anything for Christmas, but if somebody's out trying to give you gift cards
For the mugs.
and mugs with faces on them like this,
Yeah,
uh,
I'll take a gift card for some food, like my favorite restaurant.
you can't go wrong with a gift card. You can't. I just happen to be a person that likes to get reactions from people. So for me, you can't go wrong with mermaids or butterflies. You can't go wrong.
You cannot. She
Doesn't
is telling the truth.
is it if it's a mermaid something or a butterfly something, you in win.
Absolutely, because my daughter had a mermaid sticker and took a picture of it and sent it to her. And she was like, "Oh, it's a mermaid!" Like literally anything mermaid. For me, I'm, you know what? I like thoughtful gifts, but I also like practical. I mean, if somebody got me some detergent for my washer and dryer, I'm a happy camper.
Oh, that's something that because we pulled names in our family because we had a lot of people. We I had a Christmas Diana Diana.
I got a lot of this about Princess Diana.
That's hilarious, and you remember that.
Yeah,
Um, but our family was so big that nobody's pockets were that deep. So we would pull names, and some of the gifts were so funny. Like one year, yeah, we all got a big, huge, gigantic, large size tide.
yeah.
And like touchdown.
Touchdown. And remember the year we everybody got the tin of popcorn?
Yes. It was like
Popcorn.
touchdown.
Food is always a win. I mean, if I like it. I mean, if I don't, I'm just gonna say thank you, and we'll do something with it. Give it to
And
somebody else.
one year, my brother gave all of us a 5x7 picture of him in his police uniform. We were like,
He sure did, and you all would have to know my uncle. Oh my god, that was a hilarious. And
I mean, and
it,
I I remember that. He also got all of the girls these Scullies with the pom pom ball on the top, and everybody know I love Scullies with the pom pom ball on the
Mhm.
top. I like to do.
Yeah. Look, look at Queen Dog Pressure. I think it's about being intentional for the ones you love. And most
Absolutely.
people will be grateful for anything unless they truly have an ungrateful spirit. Yeah, you're like I was taught in my family, not like Star said earlier, don't complain. Don't complain. Like when you get something, just be grateful for it.
Say thank you. I've gotten some pretty shoddy gifts sometimes, but I still smiled and said thank you because that person didn't have to think of you at all.
They didn't have to think about you and they didn't have to spend their money or take their time to create a gift. Because I can remember when was it you that did the calendar?
Yes, I did.
That was thoughtful because like who Star, that's Star. She would make a calendar and she put everybody's birthday on it, and nobody had an excuse not to know when people's birthday was that year, the year after.
Each family, and I put photos and pictures for each month, and I put everybody's birthday. But I also did that for my husband's retirement. I did one for him, and I put all of my family's birthdays on there and all of his family's birthdays on there. And I got a feeling he's just never going to throw it away. It's December now, and I put, you know, for each month, I had a collage of pictures that happened in that particular month, or like for the month of May, which is Mother's Day, I had pictures of his mom, my mom, just, and I don't think he's ever going to throw it away, even though the calendar is going to be, finished at the end of this month. But I think
Yes.
my mom kept pictures from the calendar that I got and she put it in her photo album. I saw that when I went home. So, memorable gifts I love to give because people never forget. My girlfriend sent me a mermaid stocking last year.
And probably still have okay, I was gonna say I know you still have it.
She sent me a mermaid stocking, and y'all, they think I'm joking. I'm
Hey,
sitting here with my mermaid.
oh, she's beautiful. Let me see. Hold her up a little bit. I love that. It's a
Yeah.
mermaid, a black mermaid. Hello. Thank you for coming in, Destiny. Thank you for coming in.
So
Um,
yeah, it's a it's cool being thoughtful, and thoughtful doesn't always have to be deep. Like we said, the laundry detergent. Yes, she has her mask on.
that's funny. She sure does. COVID is well, still
Oh, be
present.
nurse. She has a stethoscope too. I don't know
Oh,
if
I couldn't see that. Oh, and see, now we see the detail. Thank you for sharing that. Oh, yeah, she is beautiful. I love it. Oh, I
yeah,
love
she's my studio mermaid. She watches me do all my stuff. But let me tell you something.
supporting mermaids,
you
the mermaid
know
community.
that deep. Like people, laundry detergent is practical. I mean, who gonna tell you? You bought me laundry detergent for Christmas?
Right.
It's
Eh,
$20. Thank you very much.
yes, I love laundry detergent for a gift because I have lots of clothes to wash. I mean, we have a 24-hour laundromat over here.
Your ad and some flavor crystals, yeah, and a box of bounce Christmas, and put it in a box, please, please.
That is wonderful. I'll be like, yes, it'll be the biggest smile on my face. Food, laundry detergent, practical socks, oh, warm feet. I'll take all of it.
Yeah, I mean, and then gift ideas. Oh, do I have plenty? You know, you just gotta think a little bit. Not that
Yeah,
hard.
yeah, that's true. And I mean, if you think about some of the things you want, then that answers the question for a lot of other people.
Yeah,
So
because do things like, well, buy people cologne and perfume and stuff. But unless you really know that person really well and what type of scents they like and what smells good on their skin, I wouldn't advise you buy people what you think smells good, because
No,
it
I
it
wouldn't
might
either because
it
it might
stink.
stink. It might smell like a, because people are, I am sensitive to different scents. I
And
like, yeah, and I like fresh and clean, like a light. I don't like that
smell,
heavy.
or
Mm-mm.
get heavy. I like the spicy, kind of spicy. I don't like musk. You know, I don't like a lot of floral. You can have
Mm-mm.
a floral. It can't be florally. I just feel like I'm gonna have a freaking asthma, or my allergies just blow up or something.
Yeah, no, I
But
don't like it.
those are very, to me, intimate gifts. Like my husband can buy perfume for me because he knows by now, you know. And generally, if
Yeah,
you
he
buy
knows what.
Dolce and Gabbana, I'm good to go.
Yeah. And he knows what your favorite scent is now too. So he wouldn't go get something that smells like honey. I don't know, beeswax or something.
I don't do flowers. That's, I mean, and it smells wonderful on some people, but I just feel like, I'd be attracting honeybees if I have that on, and I don't like that scent. But I don't even like wearing flowers, flower prints. But I love flowers in my
I don't like
garden.
flowers.
I just
Yeah,
feel
I mean, I don't like floral prints,
I just feel
but
like
some
that's
people
for,
can get away with it.
yeah,
Yeah, I
some
don't
people.
like floral.
So,
Like,
but I think people just they make it too difficult. Christmas, it should be fun, it should be celebration. Like I said, celebrating Jesus. It's Jesus' birthday, not yours.
Right. It's Jesus' birthday. That should be the biggest celebration. It should be fun. It should be lights, lots of lights. It should be lots of food, lots of games, lots of whatever it is that you want to have lots of. Because, like you said, that's supposed to be the biggest and the best birthday ever. We're celebrating the birth of Jesus, and
Yes, Emmanuel. Here we go. This is the beginning of it all, when and people all but hey, people can find sadness and a reason to be angry if that's what they're looking for.
yeah. And I would hate to see I don't know, I don't think this has ever happened in our family, but for people who are miserable this time of year, I'm like, man, that just sucks for because the reasoning behind it is supposed to be something else. So when I hear people say they don't enjoy Christmas, they don't enjoy the celebration, and I'm not just talking about Christmas, I mean just remembering who it's for and who we're celebrating. It just, it my heart goes out to them. I don't know. I just feel so bad because I guess I think about the kind of fun I have or that we have in our family, and I'm like, it's a whole big thing, and it's so much fun, and I just want everybody to experience that. So when people are having difficult times, I just feel so bad for them.
That
So
is
you
very
all,
so so I was reading what Kenneth said, and then I was reading Queen Doll's comment.
I'm Miss Kenneth, I guess. Let me go up. Okay, Queen Doll, I see.
And Christians shouldn't be saying that Christmas is a pagan holiday. There's paganism mixed into it. We talked about that earlier. But Christmas, Christ Mass, is a Christian holiday. We made it pagan with all this Black Friday and stepping on folks' toes and buying the wrong gifts and getting upset. And yeah, no, 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 no.
Yeah. I well also what do you think about because I feel like I want to do more research on this. Has anybody heard anyone else say, or have you seen anything about, they say that Jesus really was not born during this time of
Tell
year.
me what-
That
Let me tell you what my philosophy is on that.
tell me because I want to see what you think about this one.
You know, I think Jesus was a cancer. I do.
Oh, Lord.
And
Why do you think Jesus was a cancer?
all, evidence proves that he may have been a cancer because of
Okay.
you know,
All right.
uh, you know, evidence says that he was not actually born in the December era time of year. It was more towards the summer when he was actually born. Now, you gotta do your own research.
Yeah, because I thought it was summer or like
Yeah.
early fall or something.
And the reason why I feel like Jesus was more of a Cancer, um, because mother of the zodiac. And you know how you're always accusing me of being so compassionate and being involved and caring so much for people and extending myself. And those are Jesus.
It's not accusatory, it's the truth.
She said,
I- Yeah, I've heard it was September too. And that's what I want to do more research on and figure it out. Hey, Lisa.
I did. Now, maybe we need to do some research, y'all.
Yeah, we will.
Back next week and find out what we can find out about, when technically Jesus was born. Because he definitely wasn't a Virgo. He was a Cancer.
Because you see everybody putting their birth month in there. That's what it is. I can get it. Everybody wants Jesus to be born when they were born, but that's okay. I know he.
I'm just saying. We gonna look and see. Everybody, the panel,
This is a group project.
we're gonna do some research, and that's gonna be part of our next live. We're gonna come back.
If we,
We want to know what you found out about what was the actual, probably most actual time of Jesus' birth. Because
so start doing homework.
it wasn't December 25th.
It wasn't December 25th. I heard that, but I mean, I'm okay with celebrating it on December 25th because I just look at the greater purpose, like the reasoning behind it.
And that's the day that
But,
we choose to celebrate it, and I think that's beautiful. Hi,
yeah, I think we need to keep Jesus on our mind every day. So true.
every day, every day.
Every day. It doesn't have to be just during the holiday.
Do the research. I'm telling
Actually, it shouldn't just be during a holiday. And yeah, I'm gonna do some research on it because
you.
I just when I looked into it years ago, I stopped and I need to get back to it.
I mean, it's obvious he had to be a Cancer. He couldn't have been a Gemini because he was one way all the time. Nothing against you Geminis, but I mean he was he- one way.
Consistent, not the consistency with Jesus being Gemini, but well, I won't say he was born in March because I know the evidence proves otherwise. But I do want to find out. I did think it was September, around September sometime.
I read it sometime, and they were talking about that because wise men follow
Look,
star at these comments, and they're making me laugh. And,
oh, don't make people gonna come back. Go ahead, Google it and let us know so we can find out before the end of this live stream.
and so yeah, so basically, um, it would. Yes, I am.
Not September.
So, but yeah, I I think that that doesn't matter. And it is definitely a Christian holiday, although there's some paganism thrown into it. Now, I did read about how the Christmas tree and the Yule log and all that came into that was through Wiccanism, which is a pagan religion or, practice. And, so the mistletoe and all of that stuff, those are pagan things. And yeah, the Christian church kind of adapted it in, which is, another thing for me, because I'd be like, well, why they so hard on Halloween, but they put up Christmas trees? Ain't got nothing to do with Jesus.
It does not. All of that. It just makes it fun. I think all the decorations just.
It makes it festive and fun, but Yuletide carols and mistletoes and Christmas trees and evergreens, that is very pagan. It's what do you call it? It's the pagans and the Wiccans, they do like they have like a quarterly thing. I'm having a brain fart right now. But anyway,
It's okay. We're gonna look it up because we're gonna
it's
Google it.
winter solstice. That's what it is. It's the
Oh,
so they celebrate by Evergreen represents continuous life, because evergreens don't die, technically.
Okay.
And that's where all of that came from. The paganism,
But the devil for good, bad.
maybe it,
Oh, I'm sorry. In her comment, what the devil means for bad, the Lord turn around for good. Yep.
exactly. So I mean, come on. Why I don't know why people have to get all hunched up over a whole bunch of unnecessary stuff. It's Christmas time. Why we can't get gifts? Get baby gifts. It's Christmas time.
Yeah. You know what, Star? You if you're finished, I'll ask
Bye, Mike.
another.
Ask what?
Yeah. I mean, I like the way the direction you're going. Remember, we were talking about the purpose of gift giving. Like, oh, what would Christmas look like? What was your question about Christmas looking? You will remember what I'm talking about. What do you think Christmas looked like then?
What? So I asked Geeky Girl off record. I was like, so what do you think Christmas back then, when it first happened, Mary and, her being pregnant and she ain't never been with nobody and, she engaged and, all of this stuff. What do you think that would look like now if that same thing happened now and in the present? And I I'm sitting up here cracking up because
And and you all answer that in the chat. But also, Star, if I can add to that, what do you think people thought? Like, what would people think now? Because, and the reason I say that is, I'm going to add something to this. Today, when we were leaving church, my daughter came out and she was talking about Jesus and the birth of Jesus, rightfully so, because it's almost Christmas. And she said, "Mom, was God Mary's husband?" And I was just like, "Oh, okay, that's a very good question." So I had to go into the explanation, and I was like, "Wait, I need to really explain to her later on about the virgin birth because she obviously has questions and wants to know." So it just made me thought about us in this present time right now. Like, what do you think if that happened the way that we know it happened? What do you think people would say about it now? Like the same scenario. How do you think
I
people would react?
I think it would have been all over social media. She claims she pregnant, and how she get pregnant, and Joseph ain't touch. Well, he need to drop her because she obviously been with somebody else. It'd be all over social media. They would have smeared Mary. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, they would have. They would have also, people would have been asking for a DNA test, right? Well, who is the baby daddy?
Yeah.
You know, if Jerry Springer was still a thing, it's not. It's going on. Yeah, it's done. So,
If Jesus could have taken a DNA test, how would that work out? You know what I'm saying?
yeah. And you know what else? And okay, I have to say this. I have to. And you all say what you want to say. But okay, I know what I read in the Bible about Joseph. And I know what is said, how he reacted, as far as I can remember. But
Wasn't happy about it at first. He was like, "Wait, what? It's
yeah,
touch that," and I'm engaged. So
he was engaged, and it was kind of different back then. I'm trying to remember the history of how they, did it because I did a little research on it way back when, but I don't want to talk about it right at this moment because I want to be accurate when I tell you all stuff here. But I just, I think it says a lot about his character, his person, because
what are you talking about?
if you say Joseph, yeah, because
He was a
he knew. Say that again, Star.
he was a keeper.
Yeah, he was a keeper because you try that nowadays. You tell somebody and they know that, and he stayed. So
And everyone
I don't know.
knew that was not his kid. He hadn't touched her. So for those who did not believe in the coming of Christ and the promise of the Messiah, they thought Mary was a hoe. That's what they thought she was.
I
No,
hold that.
she couldn't do nothing. And, whatever she did, if she smiled at a man, she was a hoe. I mean, you couldn't do nothing. What these women do today would have never, never have happened.
Yeah,
Never have happened back then. So he was a keeper because he had to have, it took a lot of faith for this man to see his fiance pregnant, and then he protected her. He tried to keep her from the shame that he knew she would suffer. You know what I mean? He was a keeper.
Yeah, I agree.
Joe,
He was because he didn't roll out. I mean, because think about it, like if you tell anybody something like that, and they're like, "Wait a minute, no, I know, like we ain't,
can you see that? It would have been on Maury Povich.
exactly."
You,
Or what's the new lady,
I,
Lauren Lake? Oh, interesting. Star DNA.
Mary, do you have anybody else we can test? You don't need to test nobody. It's the Son of God. Well, we
Right, you are not the father.
get away from God, so you crazy. No.
And that that's what I think. That's more of what it would have been. People would have thought she was crazy, that she was a liar, and Mary wouldn't have had to go to the back. You know how on the Jerry Springer show, how people used to go back there and roll around and fall on the couches and all that. Oh,
I told you it wasn't Joseph, baby. We knew.
right. She'd have been like, I know it's not him. He's not the father. I'm telling you who the father is, but you don't want to listen. So yeah, they would have definitely had her plastered everywhere.
Yeah, she would have been plastered. Poor Mary. Um, you know, I don't know.
Mm. Queen Dow Pratchett says, didn't the Lord tell him, oh, chill, it's my baby.
They would have stoned her, just like they were getting ready to stone that woman that they was like, oh, she committed adultery. Well, she wasn't doing it by herself.
that Wait a minute, this is a whole nother, but we're gonna get on this because can we talk about how, okay, first of all, they were like kind of quick to stone people and the woman especially, and like you said, why did they always come down on a woman? For me, that's a whole nother topic. Like, what about the man?
Oh, this is a man's world.
I know, but it takes two to tango. Like, why did he get the women? We all know it's a
That's
double standard anyway, so that's where that came from.
why we have geeky girls. That's why we here right now. That's what we doing. It's the man's world, and I mean, the woman can't do what the man can do. It's just he could roll around. Will Chamberlain came out and said, I slept with over 1,000 women, and he thought it was a badge of honor, and I thought he was gross. I'm like, nobody. Dad, say
Yeah, well,
Jesus. That's not
I think
honor.
I would have thought it was gross. I mean, over 1,000 people. Like, how are you?
Yeah,
His parts was still, but
they still are they falling off? Because I know they fall. Ain't no good. You got nothing left
I'm just saying,
for America.
you let a woman come out and say something like
Let
that, and I don't know.
a woman come out and say something like that. Yeah,
They can't.
she
Mm-mm.
she could marry Quasimodo. He wouldn't even want her. So that's
Exactly. Especially back then, women were more property.
exactly women were more property. And I mean, I ain't trying to be, but we ain't too far from it now. So
I would say we have come a little ways, but there are still some things that we can point to that say that some people believe women are still property.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, no. But yeah, Mary would have Mary would have caught hell basically. And
Yeah.
sure, to some extent she did catch it. Because we don't really know a whole lot about her family. We don't hear, I mean, in the Bible, really anything about Mary's family. Only her cousin Elizabeth.
Right.
But we don't
John's.
hear about her family. So that wasn't shared in the scripture. But I'm sure some of her family, because family can be your worst critic. Oh my gosh.
Also, wouldn't it be neat to like have that perspective? Like if we knew a little bit more about her backstory. But I mean, I guess it's the reason why it's not in there. But
Um, and exactly how old she was, because I believe she was very young.
mhm.
Very.
I get that impression too. I don't know how old, but I think she was young.
I don't know, probably maybe around 16, young.
Mm.
Because they got married back then, and that was a lot for her. And she considered herself blessed. She took that. People like, oh, that's a lot. Yeah, she was a teenager. It was a lot. If
Teenage pregnancy.
you think about it, it's a lot.
Yeah, people ridiculed her because, like we said earlier, I'm sure people called her a liar and said she's delusional and or crazy or, you know,
So she
Mary lying. She was with somebody.
died because I'm telling you, God gave me a lot of things, but that right there, He couldn't. I wasn't the one.
Tell us again because I couldn't hear what you said, the beginning part.
No, I said God gave me a lot of things, but that right there, what He bestowed on Mary, He couldn't. That couldn't have been me. Cause
That's what I'm that that's the great thing about God because He already knows what we can and can't handle. He already knows what to give us and what not to give us. And I'm so thankful that He didn't give me a whole lot of things.
that one for me. Thank you, Lord. He knew that though.
Right. Right. Thank you, Jesus. Because yeah, I couldn't even imagine. She had,
Yeah.
and then what else? She had to travel also while she was pregnant, right? Didn't they have to walk like
Yes, because they had to go back to the town where they were from because they were doing the census. Yes, people, the census has been going on for centuries. They've been,
yeah,
and so they had to go back to Bethlehem. And from what I understand, Bethlehem was the hood. And
yeah. That's what I heard too today. I mean, it was not a sought after spot.
oh, little Bethlehem. Yes. So yeah, so it was the hood, and they had to go back there, and she was big, and she had to ride on a donkey. Now, let me tell you something. I had a problem getting in the car when I was pregnant,
And
getting out of the car
that,
because your stomach be way down up in here, and and
sometimes we feel like it's sitting all the way down here.
and
That's
oh, please don't let the baby be then drop. And she was near due, so that baby Jesus had dropped. That baby was down there, and,
mm-hmm.
and she got to ride on a beast of burden. Mary was the bomb. I'm telling you, I mm,
She had to be because I'm t- I'm with you on that one. I definitely don't want to ride a camel while I'm pregnant.
right. That's the
While
last
I'm
thing.
pregnant.
Right. They ain't had no hotel rooms.
No, so, and it was bumpy.
They put him in a
No,
table with some stinking fecal smells from the aminals.
yeah.
I'm saying, I can't
See,
know the mother of,
yeah,
I can't. No.
a king in a manger, and I just, I mean, I didn't come close. I mean, I had a child on a highway in an SUV, but not in a manger around animals. Where I'm sure,
Mats inside of your truck. The baby came in the SUV. Yes, people, that's what happened to her. But this
yeah,
laid on some hay, where's some
at least
water out of, because they ain't have no reservations. I'm just,
no reservations.
oh, there's
That's the.
that.
Oh, hey Nat, hey Nat, how you doing, Nat? We here.
Yeah,
We had some difficulties.
you would have to humble yourself to be married. She was very humble. At 16, what kind of humble are we at 16? Can't nobody
That
Couldn't nobody tell me nothing when I was 16.
nobody said nothing on 16. And no, I agree with you.
I agree with you cooking with that. Bring out the worst in you. Hmm.
Hey, let me see. I need to catch up with the comments so I can see when that's Christmas brings the best out of me. People bring the worst.
Somebody said, who had a baby in the truck? Geeky girl had a baby.
I had a baby in the truck. My second. I was on the way to the hospital and had a baby right on the highway,
Hey,
and all my stuff was right in the middle of the highway.
yeah, God already knew Mary's heart. That's why I said, just like He know mine. I wasn't the one. He chose Mary, and that was a good choice.
Yeah. Yes,
Um,
yes, it was a little under.
plus, He dropped me in on this time in the time frame of history, because I didn't need to be back then. Mm-mm.
I, I say the same thing. God knew when to, you know,
Mm.
um, with us into this world because I even think about, and I know we're not talking about, it, but I even think about times like slavery, and I'm just so grateful that
And this is why we love He. We love He, cause He know what He doing. We trust.
yes, this is why
Yes.
yes, and this is why it's the biggest celebration ever because we love them.
The biggest celebration ever. He sent His Son because we was raggedy and we sinned and we needed a savior. We and yeah, He sent His Son. His word, the word
I would have.
human and flesh, and yes, yeah. So
Yeah, I think most of us can probably say me too. Because if it wouldn't have been for something else, it probably would have been because of my mouth back then.
that part,
Somebody would have said something to me, and I might have said something that they didn't like. So thank God for Jesus.
I'd have been, I'd have been stoned. Woo! I'd have came out the womb and they would have stoned me. I'm saying,
See, last week somebody thought it was because you had a drink, but see, do y'all see this? It's not because of the drink.
well, because last week I was, I had some eggnog.
It's not right.
What was in the eggnog? And I was like, yo, I'm like this with or without
It had nothing to do with the drink, nothing, because that's her.
drink. Nothing. It was just egg.
Not. I'm cracking up. I'm sorry. I'm trying to catch up with the comments. Net, are you cooking today? So, Net, tell us. You is. Oh yeah, yep. Anybody who knows already. If you know, you know.
Just like
So,
anyway. Um, but yeah, thank God for Mary and her faith. And we thank God for His Son that He sent. And I mean, there's a lot to be. We thank God for Joseph and his faith. And girl, you not getting
oh,
here. Stop talking about no food now.
see, don't come in here talking about food, Net. And I have not eaten. I'm hungry too. You, hallelujah. Oh, well, see, we about to have church service and then a meal in the back. Saints.
I know. Look, it's time to turn service out so I can go get.
I, it sure is an hour and 13 minutes, Net, and you coming in here talking about food.
She'll do it every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
So,
So I was saying, I made some beans too,
beans and turkey.
and that's why I had to sit up here and lick some baking soda. My stomach was turning flips, but them beans was good, Queen Doll. They was good with some cornbread, and I had some. I used the leftover ham bone and some ham meat from Thanksgiving that I had frozen. I threw that in the pot and threw some pinto beans in the pot. And let me tell you, Mr. Ridley and I, we've been on jam.
It sounds like it. As you all know, I don't partake in those things, but I'm glad that you all enjoyed it.
She done,
Beans?
but she does do apples in her tuna.
Yep, net. I sure do, net. I sure do. I like apples in my
Ooh,
tuna.
I'm gonna try it.
I
I'm gonna try it one day. I'm gonna try it
try it. I'm telling you, you'll try stuff. You try it and see how you like it, and come back and tell everybody.
for Christmas, maybe. Yeah,
Yes, I can find
yeah,
ham bones. So I use turkey.
but in her tuna. Yeah,
Yes, Queen. Yes, I said it. I put apples in my tuna. They can't be soft. They have to be crispy and hard. because they taste yummy. I like to see. I like the crunch. What did you say, Stara?
Basically Granny Smith apples. That's the kind, or
Yeah.
golden
Granny Smith apples. I like any of the food.
art though.
Yeah, I like the tart ones. I like the sweet ones. I'll take any one of them as long as they hard and crunchy. I don't discriminate against the apples.
Mm,
It tastes good.
oh,
I take them either way.
okay.
But that's
Great.
like grapes and chicken salad. Yeah, yeah, that tastes good too. See, now we're on the same page, cousin.
No, I
See,
on that page, I think.
you said you want to turn the page.
Yeah, yeah. Cause um
See, I understand, kinda.
name
Yeah,
couple.
y'all got the cat in the hat taking her out. Her. Oh, okay. I thought you were taking your shirt off, cat in the hat. Oh, the Ravens about to play. Oh my goodness, it's we're an hour and 15 minutes in. See, we had so many technical difficulties earlier. I stopped.
You started late this time. So
We started late. Yep, very late. So thank you all for joining us. Those of you who came in and that are still here hanging out with us, because I know we have to go. I'll read the remainder of the comments. And Star, if you have any closing remarks, you can prepare those. If you have anything to say, cat in the hat. I know someone that put apples in their potato salad. If I like potato salad, I don't know. I don't like potato salad, so I can't say.
nothing, y'all. You can't ask her. She doesn't eat anything.
See, we had this conversation last week, Destiny. You missed it, but I don't like a lot of things. It's easier for me to say what I do like.
You have to ask me. Cause I eat everything except the liver and I
I don't like potato salad, net, if you're talking to me.
and liver and corned beef hash. I can't. I don't like that taste. I don't know what it.
I don't.
But
Hey, Kendall, I don't like that either. I don't like.
oh, thank you. Have
Oh,
a wonderful Christmas. I know. I thank you so much again. We had a fabulous time hanging out. It was nice. It was good. I think some family members got jealous too. So, mm, you know what I'm talking about, you, Destiny. Hmm.
yeah, sound like you had a great time. Yeah, I enjoyed you guys. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. So that's what Destiny said. That's her closing remarks. And then picky eaters, yes, Cal. Yes, I am. Cal. Yes.
Or nothing about no food because she don't know. And the thing is that she just don't like it. She never tasted it. She just say she don't like it, but she's never even.
I don't want, I don't even want to have it touch my lips or my teeth. Like if it smells weird, if it looks weird, any of that, I don't want to taste it. It's going to be a waste of my time, you guys.
It's
Yeah.
her that she people was jealous because you treated us. Yeah.
Oh, you treated? I need to go to Michigan and see if somebody can treat me. Oh, I was just,
So sweet and it was so fun.
well, I'm glad that you both had a wonderful time. I was not present,
Oh,
but I'm sure you
that I'm
Black Mermaid.
Star Ridley. No, for YouTube, because I think she's asking about YouTube because that's the only
Oh yeah, yeah.
it's
Mm-hmm.
Star Ridley on YouTube. It's a big old mermaid fishtail, a blue mermaid fishtail.
Yeah, come and connect to her net.
Yeah, you see some of my little sad, crazy videos that I do. I'm, not consistent because I just ain't. I'm a voiceover artist. I don't have time for all that posting.
It's difficult trying to post on YouTube. I'll be the one to
I,
say that. Keeping up with social media in general is difficult. It's a task. Don't act like you didn't have sugar water and cheese sandwiches. What? Now I did have sugar bread sandwiches. It was toast with butter on it and sugar.
that's
I did have that as a child.
you gonna eat that, but
I know.
pinto beans with some ham bone.
Well, I ain't have a choice. That's what my grandma made me. Not your mama, but my other grandma.
I know which grandmama you talking about because my mother would never make that.
I know, because she was yelling at us with the cookie jar, because she could hear everything when we snuck in the cookie jar. So I'm,
Because
but anyway,
I would tell on you.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, Cal is laughing.
Oh, but when I was pregnant, I ate tomato sandwiches. Oh my God, they were the bomb.
A tomato
Oh,
sandwich.
I gotta understand. It wasn't on regular bread. I was in France, and it was French bread, and so French bread is different. It's a little harder on the outside, and then it's good on the inside. And I would tomatoes on French bread. Oh my God, it was so good. I can still remember how delicious it tastes. And then I had this thing with mushrooms. I couldn't stop eating mushrooms. So yeah.
Miracle Whip sandwiches. Oh my goodness. What's good? What? We just turned another corner here. Miracle Whip sandwiches.
Yes, tomato with bacon sandwiches. However, I didn't put any bacon because I was in Europe at the time and they don't really do bacon and eggs and stuff for breakfast. I don't know. I was obsessed with tomato sandwiches and I love mushrooms too. I was just kicking it. And my child came out and he didn't had nothing to do with no mushrooms until he got older. He wouldn't eat food.
I don't blame them, but I like sauteed mushrooms though. They taste good.
Oh, I'll eat them raw, sauteed, whatever the case may be. Yes, pregnant women love,
Tomato-
you know, but now I'm
mm.
pregnant, so what excuse can I use for eating
Get pickle and Doritos.
men?
Oh my goodness.
men
And Cal is not a pregnant woman, just so you all know.
oh, well, I'm sure, but still, I'm trying to figure out what I could do to make up an excuse for eating weird stuff because I'm not pregnant and I ain't gonna be pregnant. No, I'm not. I'm over done with that.
The good Lord Jesus, stay different.
This is where I leave the show. Good night, everyone.
It can happen. It happened to what's her name?
Sarah,
What's her name?
not either. Thank God. Yeah, no.
It happened to Sarah. She didn't believe, and they tried to hurry up and rush the deal, and it still happened.
Okay, well, no. I'm over that.
Baby,
We done.
baby,
Thank you.
I was with her until the raw mushroom needed fried.
Good.
I know. I only.
So fun. They're saying good night.
Oh, yeah, because it is time for us to go, isn't it? It's one.
That's
Oh my gosh. Okay,
my game.
okay, Queen. I love y'all.
So, we have an assignment, people. Don't forget research and find out if what you can about what time of year Jesus was actually born, and we're gonna bring that up. Put that on your list so we don't forget. Bring.
I'm gonna try to remember. I just have to rewind. I mean, replay this. Then I remember. All right. Well, thanks for coming in, everybody. Star, thank you for joining us. I mean, the Cat in the Hat, who is also known as Black Mermaid. So, thank you all for coming. We'll be here next Sunday, same time, same place. Hopefully, we will not have any technical difficulties. But if we do, just bear with us. We won't have any technical difficulties. I'm just gonna go ahead and claim it. But you all share it out. All those things that YouTube and everybody wants you to do, and we'll see you all next week, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, summer or October, one of those. Yeah, that's what we were talking about, Cal. So do the research and come back and share with us. And, we'll collaborate and everybody will come together and we'll see what information we have. All right. Have a good rest of your night, everybody.
Bye.
We'll see you next time. Bye bye.